pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Angry mobs roam the city, burning buildings.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting
There are
tonight.
fires burning, there are people being...
He was knocked unconscious instantly.
A citywide emergency has been declared.
CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region of the U.S.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella. It's this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us. Welcome!
Hey there everyone, welcome to Immortal Gaming Show. This is the Immortal Man here. Today we're going to talk about the most important of Resident Evil games. This is gonna be epic! RE3 Remake. We're gonna have a lot to talk about, so stay tuned. Before we start talking about it, hit that like button and the little small red square, almost rectangle up over there right next to it called subscribe. And I have only one thing to say to you before we begin, and that's...
Welcome to the family, son.
Starting with the exploration side, RE2 didn't leave much exploration when it came to the city itself. However, when it came to RE3 original, that was exactly the case. Now, with the original, we had a lot of locations to explore, so we had a fulfillment when it came to the city. But in the remake, we had a lot of COD locations, from the uptown area to the downtown, lots of streets, and a lot of squares. The lab and clock tower, city hall, the park, and so on and so on. Despite the game on PS1 not being that long, it was quite enough for all of us, especially for the PlayStation 1. It was good and enjoyable. Now imagine my surprise, well, our surprise, when the game comes out and most of the locations are gone, removed, nada, no more. Oh my god, were we furious. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say where? No. We are furious. To this day, the stink of betrayal that M2 just... it's still very stingy and it hurts and burns every day. Every night I dream of that nightmare of a launch that it was. We all saw it, we are all disappointed. Now we all know the more legendary something is. A Resident Evil game? No, there isn't. Not only they cut those beautiful choices, they also removed the mercenary mode. It's like they're going out of their way to make sure that game stank. Oh, and it stank, trust me. Now, we are briefly going to go over all of the remakes locations and when and how we get there and what we are going to do about it. Or well, what one of us is going to do about it. The legendary modder of Last Escape. Stay tuned because this is gonna be awesome.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Now, in the beginning of the game, we first go through Jill's apartment. We start with a beautifully and deceptive first-person nightmare sequence, which is gorgeous and ties everything perfectly with Resident Evil 1. After that, we are rudely interrupted by the Nemesis. Yes, at the start of the game. Seriously, the big boss that should be taking its time revealing itself by hunting us at the start of the game comes through like the Kool-Aid man. The only thing he's lacking is a box of juice. Yeah, I know. Then we go through Jill's apartment and its hallway with a very scripted push the button and escape sequence, really outdated by the way, but it does the job. Instead of exploring that beautiful great location that we've all been dreaming since the PS1 days, we go through it like in a second. Alright, fine, we can accept this, as long as the game is good, but is it? No! We go through the raccoon's first area outside of Jill's apartment, then we meet Brad! Yes!
Impressive!
Brad. And then he gets bit and dies. Oh my god, dear lord. Can you believe it? The first kill of the Nemesis, the most memorable moment, is taken away from the Kool-Aid Man and it's given to Mr. Zombie number 4. After that, they go through the back alleys until we reach, yes, you know it, we have reached the most memorable location of the start of RE3, and that is the truck guy. We're the truck guy, he calls us Missy, cute, and then we move on to the helicopter location, which is, by the way, again interrupted rudely by our Kool-Aid Man. The Kool-Aid Man almost kills us, we run him over and blah blah blah, we go through all that, meet Carlos, cool hair, and
Thank you.
then we proceed to the train station, meet the boys, Nikolai, we meet and greet, and after being a total bitch to all of them, proceed on our path to start the train through the train station's manual control system. Here's the first sign that we have lost everything in this game, and the first cut content starts to show its ugly head to all of us, and that is the clock tower puzzle. No, not the actual clock tower puzzle. No, this is a clock style clock tower. It's a very small nod to what was. It's basically their way of telling us, here, look at this. You see this? You want to go to the clock tower? Yeah, but you don't get to. You don't. We proceed to go through the rest of the game, through tight alleys and very small locations. Some of them we had in the original game, most of them we did not. Now, does that mean the game has much new content? No, it does not. Does that mean that the new content is good? Depends on you and what you like. But honestly, it's very much lacking. And then 3 hours later, BAM! The game is over. This is ridiculous. Throughout these 3 hours, you find out exactly what's wrong. Most of the game is not there. It's absent. This is not the Resident Evil 3 you remember. Jill is not Jill. She's a total bitch to everybody. Until the end, of course, which was pretty nice. And I like the ending there. But beyond that, it was not well. Now, has M2 replaced the content with something good and worthwhile? No! There's nothing there to be like, oh well, maybe something. At the end of the game, you have the lab. It's basically an RE2 location ripoff. That's what they did. That's the best they could do. Instead of giving us all those beautiful locations, we got this. Now what is missing? Now that's the topic of our conversation for today. And that's what we're trying to fix with our great modder. Now, what we're lacking here has been talked about beyond recognition, but just to go through them very briefly, we have missed obviously the clock tower, the factory, the park, the town hall, the clock tower puzzle section, the branching sequences, and most importantly the boss fights. And the rest of Raccoon City, obviously, and all its streets and glory has been completely removed or very much simplified. We barely get to go through this beautiful city or explore anything. The alleys and all those beautiful streets are mostly gone, and we only have a very tight section. Now these all are extremely important when it comes to Nemesis and its dynamic behavior. Unfortunately, we do not have a dynamic Nemesis in this game, mostly because there is no place and no time for him to appear. Even if there was a script that actually controlled the dynamic system, it does not show itself because there is no time for it to show itself. And most importantly, all of this beautiful boss fight with Nemesis, they have been completely redone and not in a good way. They are ridiculous, they are cartoony and stupid. Kinda reminds me of WWE and the MMA system, you know, all those games on the PS2. Yeah. At one shot, we have a complete John Cena move, him dunking us from a goddamn clock tower. Yes, the same clock tower. They actually have the model in the game. We go right next to it, but we can never go through it. Real shame. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the map, and we have marked all the locations that we go through and have explored RE3 Remake. Now look at all those locations. Does that look like the exploration of Raccoon City that we needed? No, most of it we're on the ground. Some of it we're confined, and others we're completely restricted from exploring anywhere we want. Now, this may look that we actually gone through quite a few areas, but the fact of the matter is there's not much exploration there. We are not going through the city. The actual streets are extremely closed off. They are completely closed off to the public and all of us playing the game, and we do not go through them. Now, we have marked a few areas that we are assuming that we are going through them because we're inside the facilities, and the fact of the matter is this map does not reflect what's going on actually physically in the game. You have to understand the clock tower is usually not there, it must be near the river. So the actual developers might be pulling some tricks here and there to make sure that they have free reign in the location as they want. But this map that they actually put in the game themselves is not accurate. Maybe they went with the original RE3. For that, we're going to explore a little bit more and dive deeper into the original game and its map. But since the OG game is not actually a 3D game, well, its map isn't, it's really hard to do that. Now, can we get our hands on an original map design by the devs? Well, it's hard to see. Even if we could, there would be no point into it because in the game there is no actual 3D space. So, well, there is 3D space, but it's all dark void for the actual player character and the PNG at the back end to fill. Now, everyone, for the finale, and boy, we are actually here. Oh my God, I cannot hold my excitement after that long rant. We are finally here. This is what we have all been waiting for. Alright everyone, we're finally here to the premiere of this great mod. Well, it's trailers at least. It's gonna be incredible, everyone. Our dream has finally come true. We wanted Capcom to do this, to restore everything that was once lost with the director's cut. Unfortunately, we did not get that, and the perfect streak of RE remakes that has been incredible masterpieces was broken with this game. But now we finally might get what we want. Now, is it going to be exactly what we all dreamed of? I think it's going to be even better. Look at these trailers, it's been incredible. He's going to restore all lost locations, he's going to restore all boss battles, all lost items, and most importantly, we're going to have all the perfect dynamic sequences with the Nemesis. Yes, the big boss himself. The Nemesis is going to be fully dynamic, and it's going to be much better to fight him, especially when we have all these new environments that he can dynamically move in and out of, and it's going to be just perfect. Now, the mod itself, what are we going to get? Well, here's the list. We're going to get the clock tower, the city hall, the park, the factory, and all the lost locations. Every lost item that was not included in the game, we're going to get the typewriter system back, and it's going to be incredible, everyone, just perfect. For me, this is a dream absolutely come true, because one of my biggest gripes with this game was the fact that Nemesis was not Nemesis, mostly because there was not enough space and locations for him to dynamically move in. We don't even know if he has a dynamic system. Hopefully he does, but if he does, now he can actually use it, unlike the actual game that came out. Now, this is going to be a director's cut, but its actual name is Resident Evil 3 Last Escape. Oh yeah, these trailers that we needed to see the new environment and how they look. They're pretty basic at this moment, but they're going to look top quality when they're done, and it's incredible how this incredible modder is doing this with RE engine. We don't know, well, I don't know at least, but he's a smart cookie. He's getting this done, and it's gonna be something else. Oh, I hope you guys are ready for this. Personally, I have reached the modder in question. I've supported him. We have talked a little bit on the comment section, and I also asked him if this will release before Code Veronica. I have not received an answer. He's very busy. hopefully making this mod. But we got his back. We got your back, the great modder. Make sure you take your time, rest, and stay healthy as well. And as we all say in gaming, hopefully it will release when it's finished. So we got your back. Take your time, and secretly we all hope that it comes before Veronica. Obviously, it will be a perfect send off. That was a immortal man here. Hopefully you enjoyed this topic of conversation today. Sorry it took a while and long, but when it comes to Resident Evil, I can talk for hours. But for your sake and your head, I kept it short. And everybody thought like, yeah, short, right. Now everyone, I leave you with this. Hopefully you have a great day, and
You're all going to die down